Hey, my name's PhDan. I'm part of the study group summer camp, and I am a usually master, grandmaster, hovering TFT player, and I've been playing competitively since the very beginning, since set one PBE.
How did you get into the game? How did you find out about TFT?
Man, I had some friends that they were super into Dota Underlords back when that was a thing, back when that was like dominating the auto chess scene. So I was reluctant for a while, then eventually got into that. And once I did, loved it, loved the auto chess genre. And then just like within a couple of weeks, Riot was like, hey, we're making our own. I was like, oh, all right, great. I love League of Legends, so an auto chess game with characters that I actually recognize would be
Right.
phenomenal. So I got into that, and then through my college esports program, got into some tournaments, met some people, kept meeting people, continued meeting people, have loved meeting TFT people, and now I'm where I am. So it's been quite a journey. It's been great.
It's wild to me that there's college esports programs.
Yeah.
Like what? Okay. So how are you feeling about set 11 so far? How do you think it stacks up compared to all the sets that have preceded it?
Yeah, best set of all time. Unironically, though, I think this has been my favorite set, and it's the rose tinted glasses type thing where we're like 2 weeks into the set, and so we just really like everything because everything's new, everything's great. But this has been one of the best set releases that we've had ever, I think. So it has been a really enjoyable experience, and so I think it stacks up pretty highly compared to other sets, honestly, especially with how nicely the balance has been and how the meta has continued to evolve, even with like a minor B patch that just changed a couple of things. The meta just kept evolving. It's just been really great.
So how do you study for tournaments? How are you studying and preparing for this one? You said you're in summer camp, which I know because I'm in summer camp, but talk to me like I don't know anything about what it's like to be in summer camp.
Yeah, so summer camp, I'm as NA's most beloved yapper, self claimed title there. Most of the time we spend in voice chat just playing games on ladder and like yapping through them to each other and asking each other what we would do in certain situations. And so we have each other as a resource there, but we do VOD reviews every now and then as well that where we bring in some of our higher ranked players to come and analyze our gameplay, help us out. And it's honestly been really, really great to have summer camp as a resource. There's even a little text channel where it's TFT Learning, I think it's called, where we put all the resources that we find. So it's been really good. That's how I've been preparing for this upcoming tournament.
So this tournament has like a lot of names, like a lot of names,
A lot of names.
a lot of names. Who are you most worried about for like day one of this tournament? Is there anyone where you're like, please do not let this player show up in my lobby?
They're all pretty free. No, just edit that out, please. No,
No, that's making the cut.
Oh, no!
That's making the cut.
No, I haven't given a like really comprehensive look at the list, but I know that there's going to be some pretty heavy hitters. Like I know Keens and Super Flames are there, and they're summer camp now, cranberries. And so they're extremely strong contenders, with Keens having just won another tournament just a week ago,
On
a
the
couple weeks ago.
PBE, yeah.
Yeah, so Keens is looking really good right now. Super Flames is always really strong. The lab members are insane right now. Brosif with the rank one run and riding up the fast nine stuff, and there's a lot of players that have made really insane bracket and tournament runs recently that I would be afraid to see in my lobbies.
If there was one thing about this set that you could change, anything you wanted, from the most simple change to radical, crazy idea, what would it be?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Fortune. I think Fortune needs to feel a bit more playable. Right now, it just feels like something that like nobody wants to run unless they can like guarantee that they'll get seven somehow. And even then, it's like, it's like Riot has done a really good job of making really fun econ comps in the past. And the flip side is that they've been really hard to balance. So I understand them not wanting to make Fortune like stronger than it currently is, but I think it could use a little love. So I might change a bit about the way Fortune works. Maybe the dice roll mechanic seems a little iffy sometimes, but I think that's my go-to answer there.
What do you think? What do you predict is going to be like the most played comp or line this weekend for the tournament?
Yeah, I looked at him a little bit. Ghostly's getting hit, and rightfully so. A lot of the other meta comps are getting hit in one way or another. The only thing that's not really being touched, as far as I can tell, and again, I gave it a really cursory glance, is the duelist comp. So like Volibear, Tristana reroll, and I think Tristana might even be getting a buff. So I think we might see that comp make its comeback. It's like it's going to get its time in the spotlight, its time in the sun, and so we might see more of that. I don't know if the Ash and Kaisa buffs are going to be enough. Kaisa's buff might be good enough with the Ink Shadow buff too, but I do think that people are going to keep being pretty comfortable with the 3-cost reroll meta. But I do think that people are really settling in tournament play on this fast 9, like trying to get the legendary suit going. Honestly, I think that's the most fun way to play the game right now.
Before the final question, a little slot in there. You are the self-proclaimed yapper, the peak yapper on the server, maybe even globally.
Maybe.
What's your favorite thing to yap about right now? Like, what really grinds your gears?
Ooh. Hmm. Well, if we're getting super specific, there's
Specific as you
the
like, yeah.
there's that encounter where I think it's Timo. Someone adds spats to carousels,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always third or last pick, and there's always a double spat on that dang carousel. I just
Or if you are
always.
first pick, it's at the wrong side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's just stuff like
I've had
that.
I've
So
had that twice. I've had that encounter show up twice, and I was first pick, and it was on my same side each time. So I love it personally. uh,
you are part of
yeah,
the problem.
yes, yeah, I am contributing directly
The rich
through
get
my
richer, as they
actions.
say.
Finally, is there anything about you outside of TFT that people might be interested in? Hobbies, interests, passions, anything you want to share?
Well, I'm still working on my dissertation in English right now, hence the PhD part of PhDan. So American literature, actually literature in general, is one of my passions. I love reading. I love writing. I am a big Marvel shill. Um, so people that think the MCU's a pile of hot garbage right now. It's fine. It's fine to think that. I enjoy it. I like the
Have your
movies. So
opinions, yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
it's whatever. So yeah, really, really nerdy interests. I also play quite a bit of Magic the Gathering Commander format nowadays, in person with my friends. So yeah, those are a few of my interests.
Heck yeah. I was always a Britlit kind of guy.
Nice.
That's
Brit Lit's my for fun reading. American
sure.
Lit's my work reading. We'll call it that.
There are going to be people watching this interview like for fun reading TFT players.
Yeah, Lord of the
That's
Rings. Shout out summer camp. Shout out Aegis for being a constant force to be reckoned with in the TFT community, for a force for good. Big shout out to Aegis. Without them, I don't know, I wouldn't have met a bunch of people, and I wouldn't be in summer camp. So big shout out to Aegis, to Lawrence for putting this all together, and for all the people that have worked so hard to make this community what it is. It's the best community I've ever been a part of. So